Hey, it's Stratman here. Just released Dashboard version 3. Hoping to get a trade in very quickly that I can post on the site, on the thread that is. And it's looking good so far. EU has opened and moved upwards up to this nice big round number, 1.45 almost, about 6 pips shy of it. Trend is upwards. So I'm a little bit concerned about this being a counter trend trade, something we don't want to encourage too often, but if the rules are all met to allow it, we will do it. What have we got? Well, we've got all the rules for M5 apart from the coral, because remember this thing here is the M5 coral. Let's just go back and have a look. So we're above the coral at the moment on M5, which is the same as our SMA 20, which is our compass. Distance to there is, well, it was right on the money, 34 pips. That's good. So look, 85 pips for the day. We've got around 35 pips there to the coral or the compass. THV rules, well look, we've had serious divergence occurring. I probably should get into this trade, but let's just mark these out because I'm really interested in telling you guys how to do this. Divergence, look, price has been making higher highs there, but it went lower, so the oscillator is diverging away from our price action. That's a sure sign when we're at this point that price is very likely to reverse back in the opposite direction to where it's been going, which it has. We look at the setups on THV here. M1, definitely all the rules met. M5, all the rules met apart from the coral, but we understand that because we are possibly going to do a counter trend trade. Okay, let's look at an M15. It's all going green, but look, we've been in overbought, almost extreme overbought, and she's starting to turn back. So we've got a lot of good heads up here saying that things are looking good. Here's our candles again. Distance to the compass is about 30 pips now. Stochastics is starting to show almost a downtrend here. Look, I'm thinking this is probably going to be a good trade to get into. Let's just have a look over at my trading, where I actually trade from, which is Oanda. So we're going to look for the best entry here. Ideally we want to be up near this 1.45. I'd really like to be there, so I'd like to see possibly another move up would be good. If it doesn't, I still might get in this trade. Let's now go to the M1 on the THV setup. That's what I'm more concerned about. Probably, if you guys were following this, if I hadn't been talking so much, I probably would have entered this trade at about here. And I would have got in, so I'd be sitting at about 12 pips profit right now, because we got the break of the cloud, the coral, fast and slow tricks crossed. That's why we go down to the M1, look for the very best opportunity to get into the trade. So for me right now, I'm probably going to just wait a little bit. I'm hoping we might see another small retracement back so I can get a better entry into this trade. Like I said, should have taken it here, but I was talking. Yeah, let's just see. Might even pull the trigger if it continues down below. We've got medium resistance 1. We've got here the open. I'm just thinking aloud here as I consider my trading possibilities. Just going to pause for a moment while I think about this a bit more. Okay, what we're seeing now is M1 has now done a little bit of a reversal, a bounce off here. So like I said before, just trying to wait for a better entry. M5 still pointing down, apart from the coral not being met. So M1's looking pretty hairy here. Just wait for this to come back. My Oanda platform, showing heading back up to the 1.45. So we could be getting some more divergence here, which would be great for me. I'd love that. To have another pulse up here. So we've had one move here, and if we got another move here all the way to the 1.45 and we still had an oscillator going downwards here, I'm looking at a very fun time. So again, let's just wait it out. I just know, if some of you may have noticed, but I had the a wrong version of the coral on here before, so I'll just fix that up. So some of you might have noticed that it was different to the one that I was showing down here on this little chart. Anyway, let's just wait it out for a minute. Okay, it looks like we have possibly going to get a better entry here. I'm very pleased with this. M5 is still showing the tricks pointing downwards. Just hold on a sec. Sorry, just got a quick interruption there. So we could be getting back up towards this 1.45. I'm very pleased about this. Obviously, the M5 fast tricks has turned green here, so not a good sign. Indicates possibly going back up, but we've still got divergence. So even if this makes another little peak here, we're happy in terms of a counter trend trade because it's divergent. M1 is showing that it could be starting to back off a little bit. Notice the M5 fast tricks just repainted. It does that on the last candle, so just watch that. M15 still coming out of the overbought zone. It's all green, but we don't worry about that too much when we're doing a counter trend trade. Okay, where are we now? We're 10 pips away from the 1.45. We could almost just do a trade here short. Change to the M1. We can see prices stalling again on the M1, maybe. We're looking for the fast tricks on the M1 to change color and go down and hit this zero line. So just pause a sec again, because these videos can only be a maximum of 10 minutes long, so I've got to be quite cautious. Okay, we're getting ready to pull the trigger. Let's go back to our M1. We've still got 35 pips from price action down to our compass. Go to the M1. Things are changing. We're just about to go. So is my trend here. Let's get ready to pull the trigger. I'm going to do a 10k trade for this one. And I've got my stop loss just set at 30 pips because that's just what I usually have it on the M15. We're looking at the M1. Just looking for our opportunity to enter the trade. Come on, entering the trade very shortly. Just going to pause because we're going to run out of time. Okay, all the rules are met. We're going to pull the trigger. There we go, we've just pulled the trigger. We're now into a trade. Stop loss is at 1.4513. That's 30 pips. So that means price could come all the way up to here and we're still in the trade. I'm happy with this. Let's just see where we go. We can see it kind of starting to go there. What else is happening? Everything's looking good for the trade. Go back to our main window, have a look. We entered pretty close to our 35. We've still got room to move towards our compass here. We're looking at a possible exit near our compass depending on how the rules shape up. So there we go. That was analyzing and entering a trade based on the dashboard, knowing that we're at 85 for the day so far. We've got confirmation apart from the coral counter trend. We had 35 pips here, and now we're in the trade. We'll show you a little bit more about this later, managing the trade hopefully, but see how stochastics is now starting to point downwards as well. We're moving downwards here. The rules for THV all met on M1, on M5. We're not worried about the coral on M5 because we're counter trend, so we know we're above the coral anyway, and we're counter trending. That's why these are all showing green here. So let's just see how the trade develops, and we'll catch you a little bit later.